Hi folks, Bill Davis, Public Information Officer here for Jackson County. Here with Tom Baker, Vietnam veteran, age of 19. You landed in a place called Vietnam back in 1968. That was a different time in our world's history. We appreciate what you did for our country. Today we celebrate 250 years of freedom here in America, but because of what men and women like you did serving our country, Vietnam. Tell us about that, Tom.
Well, thank you for recognizing that. You know, I'm a Army brat, and my dad served under Patton during the Second World War, and so I went to Nam kind of gung-ho and came back. A lot of my friends, not a lot, but several of them did not make it back. It was a tough time, but I am proud to be a veteran. I love this country, and you know, it's all about trying to take care of each other. So, and that's what you and I are here for.
Tom, you're the president of the Jackson County Veterans Organization here in this county. We have a lot of veterans who serve right here from Jackson County. Army, Navy, Marine Corps, Air Force, Coast Guard, and now our Space Force we have. But you see these veterans. A lot of times we see sometimes they have physical wounds, but you talk about the emotional wounds. The fact is, you went to Vietnam, you go there as a boy, you come back a man. But you also come back sometimes not the same.
No, PTSD's been around a long time, and you know, sadly it wasn't really recognized. They had shell shock and battle fatigue, but you can't constantly every day do the things that we had to do to stay alive and to try to win whatever objective we were doing. You can't do that every day and come back the same. It's just, you just can't. And then you have to deal with PTSD, and when we came back from Nam, nobody really knew what it was. You know, so we had problems, but we didn't know we had a problem.
Well, you're here now in this community, giving back, supporting veterans, supporting the quality of life, if you will, of veterans, and the things that they do, and recognize that less than 10% of our population are veterans. It's a small number, and about less than 1% are actually serving today. There's a special heart for veterans, but we have a special heart for folks who, like you said, Vietnam veteran. That's a unique group of men and women. That's a unique group of men, and we talk about 58,000 lives, but there are a lot more impacted who didn't make it home. You talk about coming home, that idea of, talk to me about that. Welcome home, brother.
Well, we didn't get that. Many of us didn't. Not every plane load was met by protesters, but ours was, and we were spat on. And I've just lost my best friend. It's tough, and you don't ever really get over it. America has learned, I think, from the way they treated Vietnam veterans, and the veterans coming back from Desert Storm and Iraq and Afghanistan have been treated better. They have struggled also. You know, I could get into a lot of stories about how when you don't know, can't recognize your enemy, and you kill somebody, it affects you. So the wars have been difficult. Our veterans group is determined to reach out to the young veterans to help them, because we didn't get the help initially that we should have gotten, and we're reaching out to them, and it's a joy in my heart to see us be able to help some of these veterans.
To stand up and raise your right hand to serve our country, whether in all the way back to think about World War II, Korea, Vietnam, Gulf War, now Afghanistan, Iraq, and what's going on even today in Iran. We've got some documents right behind us here, the Constitution, Declaration of Independence, and a lot of our nation's founding of these documents. We're celebrating 250 years of freedom this year, independence, July 4th, 1776, and we've got the Declaration of Independence right behind us, and how important it is to remember our founding and who we are, but to remember folks like you. We talk about March 29th being Vietnam War Veterans Day, to recognize your service and the men who served with you, the women who served with you.
Well, it's important to recognize the veterans. You know, the World War II veterans, Korean War veterans have a great monument up in D.C., and they erected the wall for the Vietnam veterans. And I understand they're in the process of putting one up for the Afghan and Iraqi veterans. They need to be and deserve to be recognized for the sacrifices that they gave. The men and women that didn't come back gave everything. The men and women that made it back have given a big part of their life and soul, so they need to be recognized and appreciated. And this is a good testimony to why we went, because this is a great country and a great constitution, and we need to defend her.
Well, folks, Tom Baker here. Like I said, at age 19, landed in Vietnam in the heat of the battle in 1968. Here today, all these years later. Tom, we thank you for your service. And as we said, welcome home, brother.
Thank you for caring, and thank you for your service and what you're doing today.
Well, it's an honor to be among folks like you. You're our nation's heroes. We have community heroes, we have country's heroes. It's like men and women like you who serve our country, and brother, we never want to forget.
Well, thank you. Thank you for
brother.
what you do.